Hello and welcome back to the Mind and Money podcast. I'm Sherry, a financial coach.
And I'm Val, a financial planner, and Happy New Year. We are talking about goal setting in 2026. And I figure I was just going to share what I did in 2025, what I liked about it, what I'm going to steal from you, and then I want to know what you're going to do.
Oh, I'm curious to hear the things you're going to steal from me because I don't feel like I did shit for any goal setting tracking for 2025.
You've done this before where I'm looking at them. That's your sticky notes of the clients that you've started to work with. And I've been like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that. And then the year starts and I'm like, oh, I'll do that next year. So I would like to start somewhere in my office or space, putting sticky notes of clients' names when I get to start to work with them, like when we get to start that journey. What I did in 2025 was I bought a dollar store journal and I went through and wrote things that I wanted to do. And some, not all of the months, I would go back at the end of the month and reflect on the previous month and write in like the memories and the things that I did. So some of it was around travel. Some of it was around business. Some of it was around like how many books I wanted to read. I kept track of the books in there. I'm keeping track of the books in there. And some of it was around like how I wanted to feel and things I wanted to focus on. But having it in that book and then referring back to it was really handy. I do try to be more digital, but there was something about having it as a 2025. So I want to do that in 2026 as well. And that was, I went for coffee with a friend at Starbucks. We sat there and just bounced ideas off each other and filled out our own, what did we want 2025 to look like? So we'll do a recap of that too at some point.
Oh, I like that. I feel like let's put that on our list for early 2027, end of 2026. Maybe we could do that live. You and I just like back and forth figuring out what our goals for the next year would be.
Yes.
And I love that you had feelings in there as well as some more like hard things.
Yes. And challenges in there, things that kind of bucket list, but also got you out of your comfort zone. Yep. So it was like, yes, some of it was action, but some of it was like internal.
Yeah. I like that. And we've talked about it before. One of the things I didn't do well in 2025 was like tracking the things. I like high level goal plan for the year and then just really let it die. So I am going to have a reminder in my phone at the beginning, or maybe right at the end. Anyway, somewhere in there of each month to go and look at things and really track the things. How did I do each month, each quarter, and where is that with my projection for the year? Do I need to like amp it up? Am I in a really good spot? And I think like two things I want to be sure we talk about is one is like actions versus results, because that can be usually when we set goals, a lot of them are results based. I want to work with 10 new clients. I want to sign with 2 new clients a month. I want to earn X. I want to pay off X in debt. It's very results driven, but we don't get to those results unless we take actions. So if you want to sign 10 new clients in 2026, what actions will get you there? How have the clients found you in the past? And how can you have new clients find you through similar paths? So it's really like one you fully have control over. Yes, life is going to life. And sometimes you're not going to be able to do the things. But the truth is that there are situations where you can do all the things right and the results just don't turn out the way you wanted them to because of external circumstances. So that can really help you see when you need to maybe pivot your actions, but also like I did the things. Me not doing the things is not why I didn't hit my goal. And I love an annual goal, but if you don't break it down into monthly, quarterly, and I think that's part of the reason that I had the disconnect and didn't track, because I'm like, annual goal, it's February. Who cares about the annual goal?
Well, that's like saying, I want to make a cake and then not going to get the ingredients, right? But then just being like, I want to make a cake and just going through the year, the cake is going to be made, but backing it out. And I actually love that approach of just having the goal over here. And then what can I do? What needs to feed into it? What are the ingredients to get the cake?
Yeah. I'm envisioning a spreadsheet tracker, of course.
I'm shocked.
Which has one page where everything is summed up, but then like a page for each thing of, well, here's my income goal for my business. And here is the actions that will help get me to that goal. And have I done this week? Have I done this X times this month? and really seeing, what, and one of the challenges too, especially when it comes to business, is a lot of the actions that we're doing, there's a delayed response. We're planting seeds.
Yes.
And some seeds are going to take a long time to grow, and some seeds are going to grow very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And
some are cat grass, some are oak trees.
I think I was talking about this on another podcast or in a client session or something. And I said, I don't know enough about plants to know which one's going to grow really fast. But so sometimes the actions and the results can be really delayed. So
yes,
really mapping it out and tracking the actions and the impact of the actions over time can help you see where the different clients came from, and asking the question when you start working with a new client or you have a new lead of how did you find me is so helpful, because then like what is getting clients to me.
And in that, like in the seeds being planted and you're not seeing the sprouts, having patience, trusting the process, like keeping the faith that you're still doing the right things. Like the mindset is a big piece too.
Yes.
So it can get very discouraging where you're like, hey, I did this and it made cat grass. Why is this oak seed not growing acorn? Acorn, right? Yeah.
I have no idea.
We're not horticulturists. Horticulturists?
I do believe that is the correct term.
Yeah. Don't quote us on any of this plant stuff. When it comes to your 2026 goals, think about what is going to work for you. For some people, it's going to be a spreadsheet. For some people, it's going to be writing it down, seeing it visually somewhere. Everyone's going to be different. Like the idea of a spreadsheet tracker, my body did not like that, but my body loved it for you because I know that you will create it and you will utilize it.
Give me a checkbox. Give me a checkbox to check off. Conditional formatting that when I check the box off, somewhere goes green, and give me a spread. But the key is, because it's not immediately visual in my face like a whiteboard would be, I do need to partner that with the system that's a reminder and a, hey.
You know what we should do? Every month we get together to record, we can reflect. Because then...
Or maybe every quarter. I mean, like every month that might be a little... Maybe it's like a short recap every month.
Yeah, I don't
versus
mean
like a whole episode.
I just meant you and I.
Oh, I just thought we'd just share everything with the people.
As like accountability.
I'm down for that.
Okay. Because I'm like, we already see each other. So,
yeah.
Okay.
And I really think too, focusing the goals so that they're not solely focused on one thing. So we've talked a lot about goals relating to a business, but also goals related to health and fitness and family time and friend time, and really taking a step back and thinking about, what do you want your life to look like at the end of the year? And what actions will help you get there? So maybe you want a more balanced life where you're working less. So then figuring out, well, how? And maybe that's increasing prices, changing your services, bringing in some help. There's so many ways that you can get some time back.
Yes, like mind, body, soul business. What do you need? And however it works for you to break it down.
Yeah.
But then, what are you looking to do? Is it money back or time back, energy back?
More joy in your life? How can you find more joy?
Slow down.
In your life. And a big one that impacts all of this is your money, right? When you have clarity with your money and you have confidence in how you're managing it, it can really be helpful. And when I love this when working with new clients, when we're putting together a plan for their money and we're looking at things like, well, I would love to blank, get Botox at whatever frequency, or spend X amount on beauty, hair, nails. And we put that in like, oh, it fits. And generally too, we're always also adding like an impulse spending line so that we do still have that freedom and flexibility and that lightness to them when we can see like, oh, this plan works. It's just being able to spend intentionally and adding in things like having support to help clean your house or clean your driveway in the winter. It's really just a mental load lifted from your shoulders. And any way you can invest time, money, actions to lift weight from your shoulders, it's huge.
And the finances are the root of that so often.
Yeah. Also having the power to say no and having a goal for the year of, I only want to work with clients that are aligned with me, values-based, that have a good vibe. The money part of that is really empowering. I had clients this year, several of them, who had situations where there was something that came on to their plate or was potentially going to be added to their plate, whether that was a specific client or a specific task, where they felt very empowered to say no because they knew financially they were going to be okay if they didn't add this source of income to their plate. And then ultimately, of course, because I believe in the woo-woo of the universe and as do my clients, when you say no to something that isn't in alignment with you, generally very quickly we see the door open and be like, oh, you're very clear on what is in alignment with you. Here is a new perfect ideal client or income opportunity. And I just love that. So that comes down to the less tangible things that you can track, but that how you're feeling in your life, in your business, with how you're managing your money is a really good one to focus on that can help you see the change over time.
Yeah. Well said.
And again, we've talked about this before too, but like repetition, we need to hear something 7 times before we actually hear it. I wonder if that's higher for folks with ADHD. Anyways,
I guarantee it is.
Not just setting one goal, not just saying, I want to earn 100,000 in my business this year, because we can get less focused when the goal, if we're in like Q2 and we're like, well, I'm at 75, so I can just fall asleep the rest of the year. But really having goals that challenge you, good, better, best, any different naming that you want to use for them, but really having a good goal that's like with consistency, some effort, I can hit this goal, and then a better goal and a best goal, even more of a stretch where a few things have to fall in your favor. And really those higher end goals thinking, yeah, I don't see how this is even possible in my life or my business. And really having that focus to keep going when the first goal is within sight, because like when we focus on something and we keep going, it's really, really impactful. Taking some time.
Yes. Taking the time, watching where it is in your cycle, if you're a woman, because that makes a difference. And having like a partner with someone, it does make a difference to have that accountability. So think about it, reflect on it, and take the space and give yourself that gift of, okay, what does 2026, what do I want it to look like?
Where do you want to be when the year ends? What things do you want to be celebrating and proud of? And then what actions help you get there? And are you a fancy color-coded spreadsheet person, or a sit down with a notebook? Or maybe it's a combination of the two. Maybe your higher level goals are in the journal, but the tracking's in a spreadsheet. You get to decide.
Yes.
You get to decide. And the key is really having a system that helps you remember to go back and check on things consistently. Because if you're not looking at your goals, I think at least once a month, it could be next November. And you're like, woo, I haven't done anything. I don't know where I am. So cheers to 2026 and ending it in a way that you are proud of yourself and you have taken the actions to help you get towards the goals that you hopefully set very soon.